Hello everyone and welcome back to House Durrandon. Let's go ahead and see what has happened. Lords of Durrandon, your message find us well and has been a matter of much discussion. Ultimately, it's hard to argue with your points. I think, yeah, this is my letter of forcing, basically telling him to surrender or die. Gardner has seen more than enough war, and perhaps whatever bad blood that existed between us has been satisfied. Additionally, with war consuming the rest of the reach entirely, it seems that only our borders have any chance of attaining peace in these years to come. To ignore such a chance would be to throw away any right to rule that remains in our hearts. Thus, I will be happy to accept surrender, on the understanding that Dustonbury and its occupants be left untouched. I cannot make the offer formally, for my diplomats have long since been taken by Martell assassins. But should you have one of your own, I should be willing to make the peace binding. It appears that a united South will be facing a united North. While this war has left us rooting for the North, peace can reverse this support to its proper and more righteous place. May the reach prosper, both your peoples and ours. And then we have House Bolton. A package arrived at Storm's End addressed to Durrandon, the 7th Storm King. Upon it bears a small note. Your bannermen fight honorably, but honor won't save their hides. Within you'll find a few flayed pieces of Mathos Connington's skin. I saved this face for a place above my fireplace. It shall provide an excellent mantelpiece. Many thanks to you, dreaded General Owen of House Locke. So I imagine the army that actually moved up to counterattack was slain. I thought he couldn't reach it. But I guess he could. Or maybe he didn't need to use his catapult, or his catapult is here. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he used a spy. I probably should have prepared the camp with a spy to make sure that he is not able to go through it. Now, going to the diplomacy of this situation. So, I had intended to spare House Gardner mostly, well, really, I wanted, when I joined this, I joined it more because, what's it called? Wise Coffin invited me, and the idea was that this was going to be a lot of sort of more role play, and he did not like the fact that I continued the war in the beginning at all, because he thought more that we should sort of be there should be alliances and we should be friends against the AI for quite a while, and then maybe there would be diplomacy back and forth and so forth. And so that he was I remember he was quite annoyed with me for continuing the war, even though I stated that the lore of it, I'm not entirely sure if he'd read the lore completely. Well, not that I've read the lore, but the fact that it just tells you in the opening sequence of starting the campaign as House Durrandon about the war with House Gardner, and the fact that I started with war against him. And I'm still kind of confused about that rule that stated that we couldn't declare war on the first turn, the absolute first turn, and then after that we could do whatever. And the only thing that really stopped me from doing that initial attack on House Gardner, gaining ground, stopping him from having that army, and actually enabling me to move past and actually siege some of these places. But because of that rule, that stopped me, and that just led to a cold war in the beginning. So I was still quite confused about that. And I'm not entirely sure why he insisted on having that even after that. Anyways, now we get to the point to why I'm going to have to destroy House Gardner. It's not going to be easy though, because I did any of these build any ladders? I don't think they did. No, that was my mistake. I probably should have done that. Let's get the catapult in. The reason is that, I mean, out of roleplay reasons, basically the territory that I wanted was Appleton, Grassfield Keep, Dustonbury, Tumbleton, Smitherton, and the Ring, to sort of contain House Gardner, and then I could move into what was then my territory, which is the area here. But at this point, there's no real point in holding House Guard, having them sparing them besides the roleplay reasons, because I've already tested and auto-resolved this, and that killed off the entire faction. So the reason at this point, the reason sort of game-wise would be to get, well, it's still roleplay-wise, I guess, because the reason House Lannister would be, well, why they went to war was to save House Gardner, even though, how many turns did they start the war? Like 2 turns, and 2 turns after they come in, House Gardner is potentially gone, or they're gonna be gone, I mean. So, once again, I just have to commend House Lannister of gaining the trait of worst ally ever, because if you remember back when we was trying to start the war, my concern was a lot about having House Lannister attacking me as I was going into this land together with Martell, and when I came close to coming through here and so forth, that I was worried about going into war with House Lannister without the support of Martell, and there was still sort of back and forth there, and there was a bit of that's why I hesitated in the beginning joining that war against House Gardner. But as we saw, Martell doesn't need allies really. Well, I guess he needed me just to what's it called? Just to distract House Gardner. But it seems with his attack on Stony Heart and the fact that the message I received, he does not intend to go ahead and honor my peace, or honor the peace that I would sign with House Gardner, or accepting their surrender. So because he still wants, I guess it's because he wants Bolton as an ally, mostly against Martell. So he's going to continue the war against me because of that. And then there's no point for me to go ahead and because the plan was, as I said, to take these places, and then I would actually give back to House Gardner Stonebridge, Long Table, and Ashford. But at this point, that would just create a load of crap for me, because I would still face down with, it's bad enough that I've got, the Rainman Bolton coming down at me, without also having to deal with the massive stacks of House Lannister. So there's unfortunately no point for me to hold on or spare House Gardner. So I think without further ado on that end, we'll go ahead and end this siege and destroy House Gardner. We'll try to, at least. Because even though it's still gonna be quite hard to attack this place. I outnumber them 2-1, but he still has a lot of good troops. We'll see how this goes. So off we go to war. Oris Dondarrion lays siege and is about to attack House Gardner and end their family, unfortunately. Fog, no thank you. A clear winter's day. Night is approaching. It would be nice to have some ladders so I could get up the wall. We're gonna see. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fire at the gate first, open that up, and then maybe see about opening a hole in the wall. So I've got at least 2 ways of gaining entrance to the castle. I'm not entirely sure if I have enough stone for that. Oh, is my reinforcements delayed? Then the difference in terms of numbers is only about 600 men. So that's gonna be that makes this a bit more difficult. Yeah, I seem to be hitting the gate, which is good. 72%. I think I might have enough to break down part of the wall as well. Let's see. 96%. 1 more stone. That's all we need. Boom! There we go. We are through, but we're gonna need more holes because if the enemy catches us off guard here, they could easily wipe us out attacking this castle. So I'm gonna fire here. Gonna see how many of these I can get. Oh, pikemen. These are gonna be hard to take down, the pikemen, because I have nothing to take them down with. What we can do is, I guess we can move up our archers and try to shoot them down as best we can. But first we're gonna see about destroying this wall. I'm not entirely sure if flaming ammo is very good against firing against the wall. But we're gonna break it there, so we have 2 entrances. Maybe it would be better to break it a bit further apart, but right now we got archers there. So if I can kill some archers while I'm breaking this wall, that would be work just as well. We're at 15% damage, and the catapult still has about 60% of its ammo left. It's got 50 now, so I'm not entirely sure it will succeed. But at least if it gets to about 50% of the wall damage, the archers won't be able to stand there, and also they'll probably die a few in that unit, which makes it easier to push them off the wall. Right now they're not even standing on the wall, now they're retreating. 40%. I don't think we will be able to get through there though. So what will hold? Will halt. And I think we'll fire on this thing and try to break that. And by breaking that, we won't get that oil coming down boiling on us. You know what? Halt. I'm gonna send forwards the archers, and we're gonna start shooting on our enemies. And I want to see if these archers come back inside, or what they intend to do. Okay, we cannot fire here, but the towers are firing at us. We're firing at some of them. Will these men move forwards a bit? The longbowmen are able to fire. Right, pikemen up. What we're going to do is we're going to send through a few of these to test the defense. You know, the catapult could probably hit through here, like the archers are doing. Although now the pikemen are retreating. We probably got quite a few more kills than we normally would have gotten, because it's always better, or it's always lands more kills when you get shots like that than these that go high above the walls. We're gonna get these guys to attack first and see how they fare against the enemy. It's gonna be hard though, because we're gonna have to really slaughter every single soldier inside the castle. Can I advance while having the storm wall? The storm wall, of course, will, you know, once they get through here and this boiling oil is poured down upon them, the storm wall is going to inflict a lot of casualties on us. Well, right now it doesn't seem to be pouring down any oil on us. We've got archers coming in. Not entirely sure what their plan is. And they're joining the fight. More archers coming in. We've got 3 units of archers coming in. Thing is though, they seem to be snagging on to the troops that's coming through fighting. So maybe I can get those to... we seem to be pushing the enemy back with using the storm walls. I don't like the fact that they're up here on the wall. How's it going down here? We have allies killed 7%, enemies 4. So we clearly are losing more men than the enemy is. Shoot those archers. The rest of the enemy archers... Oh, we're completely just pushing through here. Not entirely sure how many enemies we're killing now, but we managed to push through using the storm wall. You can see sort of how we've pushed them through. We've almost split them in 2 here. And the good thing is we're keeping the archers on... the archers is in on this mess, and they're getting killed before they get up on the wall, except for this unit. Although this unit's actually marching still in among these men. Our units here though, I think they're going to need some reinforcements. I'm gonna send up 2 units. To join the battle here. It's pointless shooting, having our bowmen fire, because they're not really killing anything. There's a lot of just archers here. So if I could maybe force a unit through there, we could get through behind. On this side, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, now we're getting fired from up there. Maybe I could use you for that. If you make the thinnest line possibly, and then try to charge through. Archers will move back a bit. See if I can push my units of knights through, get those archers, and then just hammer an anvil on the other troops until they surrender. Let's see if we can get through here. Force our way through. Force your way through. I think these archers are about to give way anyways. The general is through. Some of his bodyguards. Come on, go! Go, 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 go! They got through. They lost a few of their men, and they sort of opened up a hole there. This unit was pushing through. It was going to come through there, wasn't it? Can join in and keep this open. And then push these men-at-arms towards the wall. Wasn't there a unit of pike? Yeah, the unit of pikemen is still there. At this point, well, it's really turned now. The Allies has lost 18%. Enemies has lost 33. Reinforcements have arrived and they are ready to join in the battle, possibly. Once the order is given. Heavy fighting down here by the wall. I'm hoping these archers will give way pretty darn soon, so I can use these to hammer and anvil charge. Oh, what are they now doing? Walking into us. Come on, archers, just give in. You're hardly fighting back anyways. Let's see if we can get more of the knights up here, because more of the enemies up here. There we go. It seems that we are winning at the gate, and I've only used part of my force. Oh, it dropped. The allied percentage dropped a bit by 4% just because of all the allied troops that ended up there, turning up over there somewhere. Are they? Yeah, over there somewhere. Come on. Get them. Come on. Ride in among them and then
attack! Await your command. Attack!
You want to draw your swords and start cutting at them. Okay, we got some kind of bug thing going on, I guess, because some of these men are down here or something. Oh, the archers are moving. No, it's not the archers. Who is this coming through here? It's more men-at-arms. Get this unit of men-at-arms. Oh, we got some of the archers anyways. Let's see if we can gather up for a charge then. Oh, they managed to get good lance charge in there. They're wavering, and now they move straight into the rest of the men for some reason. Come on, give up then. Start running. You are shaken. Oh crap. Bodyguard unit. Crap, crap, crap. Push your way through. Run away from that lord.
Attack! Unit march!
Who is this? Is this the is it the prince that's turned up to aid his besieged men at the gate? We're gonna need more men up here because we've got men retreating. 3 more units is gonna charge up. And then whoever this is in quite the pickle. That guy just rode away from his bodyguard. The rest of his bodyguard is fighting over here. That looks suspiciously a lot like a Yorkshire Rose. Or is it the Yorkshire Rose? Oh, he's just wasting his bodyguard here. Okay, then we won that engagement. He's brought in 36 knights, bodyguards of the royal prince, and he just wasted it all. He still has 5 men in his bodyguard left. The slaughter by the gate is there's quite a lot of dead people. These 22 coming around here with this loose formation, which the enemy is getting a proper lance charge into that. Is going to be quite good. And that's probably going to seal their faith. Or their fate, I should say, rather than their faith. They still have... Oh, it's still gonna be tough going in here though. They've got 2 pikeman units. Another one of those knight units. Oh, it's not a bodyguard, it's one of those crappy knights, isn't it? Where they've got like 60, but everyone's kinda crap. What's this? Archers, 25 archers. Get your charge in. Hopefully they'll be able to get couch lance in. Oh, look how tightly packed they are. Oh, typical. Just before they manage to gather up, they mess it up. They can still possibly... Yes! God. Medieval is such a great game, isn't it? The thing is, these guys are getting just pushed in, so maybe maybe it's just turns into a slaughter. I don't need a charge going in. The general, the prince, is still fighting on. Oh, that group gave up. And so now it's more or less everyone against the prince. There's a few men that's going to fight to the end around the prince. A few men-at-arms. What about the stupid archers? We need 1 unit to get up there and just provoke the archers enough to get him to come off the wall. Oh yeah, the archers over there. Chase them down, and then... Oh, now they send out the pikemen. All the pikemen are coming up. To deal with those, we're gonna need our archers to come inside. We've also taken about 200 people as prisoners at this point. Seven, 23 and 45, that's not a lot of men. These guys will go out and this one as well. 22. Oh, there goes the prince. The royal prince. And with him, the gardener faction. As he gets, yeah, he's stuck in with the pikemen. That's not good, so you need to retreat. He lost 2 knights riding straight into the pikemen. Not entirely sure if the pikemen lost anyone. The enemy archers are retreating, and we gathering up here in shield formations. See when the pikeman comes down. We can open fire from our archers down here into them, and hopefully that will slay quite a few of them. This unit cannot form the spear wall, or the wall thingamajiggy. So you'll go in the back then, and then these 3 will hold the front. Archers will hold their position at all cost and move back here where they're supposed to be. And then the general... Ah, crap. They're moving out the knights. We had that extra unit of men which could be moved to just stop these guys from going any further. And then as soon as the archers are ready, they need to open fire. Oh, the storm wall is able to deal with the pikemen as well, it seems. I guess they couldn't form it because they were on the wall. Oh, they can't even reach that far. Get into position quickly. You can see other knights, they're moving back. I need to get around the pikemen and charge them in the back. They're trying to push their way through. We'll see how that goes. Got all the archers ready to fire upon them. So if they break my men here, they still have to get through all those archers. No, don't. I thought as much. That he would change route and go straight through this fight to get to the archers instead. They've almost made it through. I guess their order was to go directly to the gate, and they're just gonna march straight through everything that just stands in their way. what you have to do is you'll have to move in and just block these guys so they don't come out of the inner courtyard, and then you will go around and charge into this mess. Oh, they've found a target now. Straight ahead. Yeah, they more or less just mopped up all my troops. But then they get hit by all these arrows and they retreat. I'm just gonna hold them so they don't follow and just keep shooting at everything. They get in their way. Form the storm shields. Oh, they're trying to reorganize. Well, probably that's a better way for me to kill them then. We can just shoot them down with all our arrows. Rather than chasing them down. Oh, it seems to be a theme among the enemy to just try to march around my men. The enemy only has 91 men left. They killed a lot of my guys though as well. But I think a lot of some of this green is from the House Gardener Knights, isn't it? Or is it just me? No, it's not. The House Gardener Knights are there. There's their green. So a few men survived though, going with all those enemies going through. Right, it's only the last enemies left. Time to go through and slay the last of them. Oh, there's one guy, one pikeman was trying to get away. More or less everyone's shooting at him. Seems like he's going to. I'm not going to say make it because he's going to run into another fight. But at least he's not going to get killed by an arrow.
Attack!
These men are broken. It seems that the enemy knights did pretty well though.
Attack!
Even though no, they weren't really outnumbered. We were outnumbered. They did better than I thought they would. That's what I can say. There's 26 of them, so we lost half their men. Let's try not to lose this guy. So now when there's only 9 bodyguard left, he's gonna fall back.
Double time!
And now Oris Dondarian comes in with his men. Oh, they managed to get a lance charge in. Not entirely sure it was very effective. And these guys are pretty experienced as well since they got gold chevron. And we can see how quickly they fall. We lost 1 man though. But they quite quickly lost a few. Maybe you can go around. Maybe come down there or something. We lost a few more. Down to 23. The enemy's at 18. Where is... There he is. We don't want to lose Durrandon. That would be silly. Let's move Durrandon back and let the sergeants deal with it. Oh, here comes Connington. Stupid bastard. Fall back. Slay the remainder of their troops. And we only have a few broken troops left in the courtyard. They're not gonna stand the chance against the oncoming onslaught. Still, the House Gardener put up a good fight. There we go. I think once these guys are dead or are retreating, the rest will just give up because they're all broken. Oh, there we go. There's still someone fighting. I guess the few men that are left there actually are standing to fight. So we got one here. There's 2 units. Both of them consist of only 1 man each. And both of them are sad. This one only contains 1 man, this one contains 5. And then we got one with 3 in it. They are all tired, and they've fought for so long, and they've seen their entire units get slaughtered. This guy's sneaking up on him. It seems that he failed his sneak attack. So these 2 pikemen are the only ones that are actually going to stand up, because these guys are broken and routed, so they're not going to fight. So it's only this guy that's fighting. Oh, these guys have moved to wavering now, so now they're going to fight. Come on, surround them. Get this over with. The last soldiers of House Gardener. Well, they have soldiers elsewhere in their, I was gonna say empire, but the kingdom, which doesn't really consist of any territory anymore. Come on, kill him. Get rid of that last guy. Or those last 2 men. Go for the eyes. Sound tactic as he dies. And now there's only 1 guy left. And there he goes. And that means that we are victorious. 100% of the enemy force was killed, more or less. 336 was taken prisoner. They still killed about 1,000 men of mine, which accounts for 28% of my force. Look at that title though. Prince of Highgarden, the Prince of the Reach. It's an enormous name. The wooden walls shall hold, the grand septum of the arbor. Not entirely sure. The Arbor, is that in the north? Not entirely sure. Let's see if I'm correct and that House Gardener is no more. Yes, House Gardener is now no more. They're rebels, as their last of their keep fell to us. This army will start marching towards this place. See what happens there. House Gardener is destroyed. Or is Dundarian sent victorious? And I think I'm gonna need more troops on land to fight my enemies. One of the things I've lost a lot is my longbowmen, which I like. I like my longbowmen. So we're gonna need to recruit a lot more of those longbowmen. Okay, that I couldn't get that many, but we also have this army on the way. And they're gonna get these knights. And we have Martell over there. Barristan Swan. I think I'm gonna move him down to Weeping Town, because that we make a lot of money there, and having the air there probably helps a bit, making even more money. And then we're gonna move all the boats, all the ships I've recruited around, as we are massing a mighty navy to take on House Bolton. And then I probably need to move my spies. We got this fight over here, but there's no point really. There's nothing really we can do there. Oh, there's a Lannister spy. Moving my spies back. I probably should have moved them into the castle, because I think they use spies more than they use. Didn't I? Let's see. Did I? Let's see. Can I retrain? No. Can I repair? No. Did I recruit that spy that Martell wanted me to do? Yes, I did. Here he is. He's a cold-hearted killer. Oh, damn. They move fast, don't they? I have an assassin. Finally, I've recruited one. Let's see. There's nothing else, really. Can I send a message to House Gardener? No, that's gone. No message is really needing to be sent at this point, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna end turn and then hand it over to House Gardener is next, but he's not, he's gone. And there we have it. No, it's House Martell now, because House Gardener is gone. Right, let's go ahead and save this. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this one, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!